everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and this would be the eFlite Micro B-2 Spirit. So this is a product that came out several weeks ago and I thought I should review it because a few of you have asked for me to review more RC planes, so I thought I would review this one. But I broke it! I'll tell you about that in this video. So let's get started with some of the cool specs. It has 30mm EDFs. That means they are brushless motors with 6-bladed fans inside, which give a bit of thrust. It is beautiful in appearance, front or rear. It is a really nice looking bird and it looks really nice in the air. Believe it or not, this baby has ailerons. These are the ailerons here, these two and these two. It also has elevators. These are the elevators here, these two and these two. They just do dual duty. And it also has rudder. These are the rudders here, these two and these two. Well, they do triple duty. It's pretty cool. It works. Also inside, it has a built-in gyro, so it stays stable in the air. You can turn the gyro on or off. I left it on in this video just to show you. If you turn it off, then you can get it to do barrel rolls and flips and stuff. It does them very slowly, but it does do them. It also has just enough space to put a 3S 850 milliamp hour LiPo battery. It also has a receiver built in. It's a Spectrum receiver. So if you use a radio, you need a Spectrum radio. Or should I say you need a Spectrum compatible radio. I used my IX14, but if you have some other radio that's a multi-protocol radio and it is compatible with Spectrum receivers, it will work with this. The gear on the bottom is removable. You only need it if you want to take off and land on solid ground, but if you want to just hand launch it, you can, and then belly land on grass. It works perfectly fine. Now, many of you are wondering if this is under 250 grams. So if you leave the landing gear on and check out the weight, it's under 250 grams, but when you add the battery, it's over 250 grams. Same is true if you take the landing gear off and you pull it all off, it's under 250 grams. But unfortunately, when you add the battery again, it's over 250 grams. Certainly you can use a much smaller battery because the battery doesn't come with it. But you'll get less flight time. So flight time with the 850 is going to give you 4 minutes of flight time. So for now, for all of you watching, how did I break it? And how come it doesn't look broken? It looks perfectly fine. Well, what I did is I broke the fan blades. There's two motors, one here and one here. Well, I took off and landed on gravel and a pebble went in and chopped up the fan blade. So don't take off or land on gravel. More importantly, if you land on gravel, like I learned later, shut the motors off and let it glide and then land. And do not turn the motors on again while it's on the gravel because it will suck in pebbles and destroy the fan blades. So have a look at this fan. This fan is perfect. All the blades are perfect. Now let's look at the one I broke. This fan is not perfect, it is damaged. Look at the 6 blades. You will see pieces of plastic missing, and in one case, one of the blades looks like it's pointy. That is not correct. It should not be like that, so it means less output thrust. So essentially, this is broken. It's not providing the amount of thrust it is designed to provide right out of the box. Speaking of the box, that is the box over here. It's a mammoth. Look at the size of this thing. It comes in this big box. So I took this out for 6 batteries worth of flying. So that's 6 flights. On the first 3 flights, everything went well until, well, I guess the 3rd flight. When I landed on gravel, I ran the motors, kept the motors running after I landed, and it sucked in a pebble. So right after that, I had limited thrust, but I wanted to film this, so I filmed it anyways, and I flew it. I took off from pavement. It took off a little slower, but it definitely had speed in the air. Once it was in the air, it was flying fine. And then I had Joe, who was out with me, hand launch it. He just threw it, and we tried it with the gear off, and it flew perfectly fine. I thought it didn't have enough power for hand launch, but it flies perfectly fine. So then we thought, what if we put a camera on it and hand launch it? So we tried that, and that worked perfectly fine. And I'll show you snippets of everything I just spoke of in this video. So watch this, then come back to me. Here's Cannon flying his F-16, and he's trying not to kill me. There it is. That's from eFlite. Oh, he's got an afterburner. Cool. Here we have Cannon landing his F-16. Will it crash? Will it land? Oh, look at this. He's gone, and he's gone, and well, he's good. He's into, well, there we go. We're into the grass. This baby is ready to go. I am just going to plug in the battery here. There we are. It will do its little gyro thing. So this baby has less than optimal thrust because the motor on this side, the fan blade, is kind of damaged. It's chipped and it's missing part of the blades, so it doesn't push out as much thrust. but it does have sufficient thrust to fly with the wheels on. And if not already mentioned, the only place you can launch these from is pretty much some place with next to no grass sticking up. So maybe on a golf course. Definitely can't fly it out on my gravel course. That's not good. You may not see this in my camera, so I'll take it up and then I'm gonna walk over to the field over there. Here we go. And going up. It takes a while. There we go. It takes a while to get the thrust because of that blade. It's pretty slow. There we go. And miss the bird, and then I'll walk out to my field. So here, I'll bring it on the other side so you can see it against the blue sky a little closer. There we go. There we are. As soon as she's up flying with the prop and a half, it does pretty well. So if you're new to flying one of these, the only thing you have to know is if you turn too much on an angle, you will stall it, but for the most part, it's good. Sorry about that, cannon. It doesn't have enough thrust, but look at this, coming around me. Whoa! Holy crap! So we're at 0% power. I'm bringing it in for a landing. I'll try not to suck in another rock, but you never know with this thing. It's coming right at me. There we go. Cannon, what do you think of this baby?
Pretty neat. I can't believe how well it flies.
It flies well. Did you know, remember I was saying before it was kind of gutless and I couldn't figure out why? It's the prop right here. This one here, it's chewed up, it's missed, some of the blades are nicked off.
No, it flies well though. It's cool.
Yeah, it still flies. I'd love to fly it with the wheels off and just hand toss it, but I think it's kind of gutless. So to take the landing gear off, just pull this off, pull this off. We're going to reduce the weight, pull these out, pull this out, pull this out, this forward piece should come out, and pull this out. There we go. And now we have no gear on the bottom and she's ready to fly. So Joe has volunteered to hand launch it. It's got the little finger holes. Shoot it a little bit to your left. So here we go. Joe's going to try to hand toss it, not too crazy hard. I can put the motors on full and I'll tell you when to go. Anytime. There she goes. Looks cool without the landing gear. Here's full speed, coming down, and I'll dive at me. So it's moving, and that's with the bad prop. Yeah. Coming down. Get out of the way. Oh, you can get it going pretty slow. Try another slow pass. Nice. And we'll try to land it someplace near me. Between these cameras. I did make it. All right. I was trying to get it past this camera here. Do you think it would fly with the camera? Like the camera would go at the CG, right in the center.
The whole idea of this frame, the wind flow over the top. You're going to throw an Insta360 on that, you're going to interrupt some of that. It's a 50-50 chance as to whether it'll fly maybe anemically, but I doubt it would fly well.
All right, so this is the CG right here where these holes are. So you go up top and it comes to the same spot as the sticker right here. So I'm gonna put a little piece of tape. I have a little Insta360 Go camera here. Stick it on top. Joe and I have bets that this will or will not fly. So we're gonna see what happens.
I'm not betting it doesn't. I'm just saying it won't do it well.
Okay, so we have the camera on. Here we go, Joe. We're gonna try it. We don't have much wind. It says shoot into the wind, but here we go. She's going, oh my God.
I am
Yeah, wimpy with a camera on it. That is hilarious. Yeah, I gotta take wide corners, so that's pretty impressive. It's got a busted fan blade and it's still flying with the camera on top. So I'm gonna come from the school diving between Joe and I.
Really upright, man.
Yeah.
Really upright.
There you go. Gotta get it through Joe's arms. I doubt it. I would get out of the way, Joe. I wouldn't trust this. Whoa, I did it. All right, so we know it flies with the camera. Let's bring it on down.
3 minutes.
Well, that is impressive. I would have swore it would not have flown.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, let's bring it down.
Color me all impressed.
Coming down at us. There we go. Nicely done. That's amazing.
Good little plane. You're gonna get a new prop. Daddy gonna buy you a new prop.
Joe's boss is like Olympic job way.
It was perfect.
Well, it needed something to get it up there because there's a camera on top. There you go, Joe. You have a future in the Olympics. The Special Olympics, yeah. So now you're back to me and you want to know my positives and negatives. Well, my first positive is that if you destroy the blades, as long as you don't kill all the blades, but if you chew them up, maybe damage some, so there's only like 4 blades left, it may still fly for a bit, but you really should replace the blades. If you replace the blades, you can order them online or get them at your local hobby store. They're about $5 each, $5 US each. Some places I saw them running as high as $10 US each. Next positive, it comes with a receiver and it comes with a gyro. So you don't have to buy another receiver, so that's money saved, and you don't have to buy a gyro. It has a gyro built in, and it flies so stable in the air, this beautiful bird, that even a beginner could fly, even if you're out on your very first time flying. But I would suggest learn how to fly a plane before you fly this one. It's not hard to fly, but just learn what the joysticks do so you don't push the joystick in such a fashion that you ram it into the ground. Next positive is you can see right underneath. It is designed for belly landing. So when you take off the landing gear, all the servos are protected over here. You can see everything is protected for a belly landing. And the design of the plane, this forward section is plastic right here in case it hits a big hard landing into the ground. It won't break, it's not foam. And all along the wings, this is plastic as well. In addition, at the back here, you have this little stabilizer fin. You probably can't see it, but if I pull it off, now you can see it. And if I put it back on, you can't see it. No one ever notices the stabilizer fin unless I point it out to them. So to me, that's a positive because it's not something glaring that stands out. You'll only see it if you're looking for it. Another positive is it looks stunning on the ground and it looks stunning in flight. People will stop and look at this thing, especially since it's so small, but when it's up in the air, you can't tell if it's a big plane or a little plane. It looks pretty cool. So now you're wondering, do I have any negatives? My only negative is a negative I have a lot with eFlite type products, is that when they make a plane or they make something with EDF and they have fans on the motors, they never include one spare prop or never include one spare fan. It's a tiny piece of plastic that goes in here, really little thing. They could have put it in the box. There could have been a spare one. So with all of that said, I am going to put links below to where you can find this product. I would say first, go check your local hobby store. They may have it. If they don't have it yet, they'll get it by the summertime. But if you want to buy it online, it's not super expensive since it does come with a gyro and a receiver and everything else. It's all set to go. You just have to get your own battery and your own radio. You can go fly. So the links I've placed below will take you to places this plane is sold at. If you have questions on this plane, well then post your questions below and I will get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And stay tuned to this channel because you will catch me with super cool products that I am reviewing in the future. Until then, I say bye.